Have you ever wondered what it sounds like to stand in the middle of the street in the middle of the night?
Hi, I'm Noelle Lidyoff. I am a singer-songwriter and I'm from Orange County. And I loved performing, and my mom got me a singing teacher because I was like, Mom, I want a singing teacher. I want to sing. And I would start singing around here. I actually would sing. They'd have like little market fairs where they'd like sell stuff, and I'd like sing a couple songs when I was little. I was really into the musical theater side, and I feel like as I did more theater and more like regional productions, I just realized that I really loved like the music side of it, and I tried songwriting, and I got my first guitar for Christmas, like, I don't know, when I was like 10 maybe. Just from there, started loving being able to put my ideas in my head into words, into music. I feel like that's where I grew, and that's kind of how I gained my love for music. An artist named Jamie Grace, who was like, when I was little, she was like my favorite. I loved her songs. She was so good, and her songs, I think, are what inspired me to want to write my own songs, because her songs were so inspirational, and they were Christian, but they were also just really positive messages, and she was young and her songs were fun, and I think those were like some of the first songs I learned to play on guitar, which, I don't know, it's kind of a fun memory, but I think she kind of inspired me to want to write songs. And I even was just listening to her songs the other day because I was like looking back on it, and I was like, oh my gosh, she definitely was the one who inspired me. So I actually just released my first single with my band called DELLA, and DELLA space LUZ. Yeah, it's been really fun, and I've been kind of working on it for a while. It's me, Melody Hernandez, Melody Noelle, and a producer named Rick Siebel. Kind of fun to see what Rick thought of my songs, and he is a big producer in the sync industry, and he has multiple bands that get lots of placements in different TV and film opportunities and stuff. We decided it'd be really cool to kind of start like a little band and release some stuff, and so yeah, that's what we're working on right now. The song that just came out is called Million Little Things, and it's like such a dear song to me. Like, I love it. This was like one of the first songs where I wrote it and I was like, dang, like I actually like think this is good. You know, artists were always like so critical of ourselves. I really love that song. I'm so happy it's out for people to listen to. I would give advice for is just balancing school and what you love. I struggle with that. Like, I always am like, oh, do I write a song or do I do my homework? Like, which one? Once you find that balance of where you can do what you love, but you also can be pouring into not just that thing, is where I find the most creativity. I feel like when I'm like just sitting in my room being like, I'm gonna write songs for like 2 hours and come out with a full song at the end, that's like forced. But when I am like living in my normal life and going to school and coming home and doing homework and like in between things is when I have like the most ideas, because I feel like we get, as creatives, we like get our ideas from real life. Just balancing that. And then also I just say like staying true to yourself is really hard, but it's really important, because I feel like a lot of times we can get caught up in like what other people think of us. For me, like, oh, what are my friends at school gonna think of the song I'm releasing? Like, I'm super wild about it, but are they gonna be? If you just think about what you want and what your goals are, and you just push aside other people's opinions of you you can just like find that there's so much freedom in just like doing what you love and not caring what other people think. Some of my goals for the future would be to release my own music. I know I just released a single under DELLA, but to release some stuff under my own name. I would love to release an album that is all self-produced, because I'm really into production. I think it's so fun when you hear something in your head and you can like make it happen. Sometimes I'm at school and I'll like get my voice memos out, and like I'm in the hallway and I'll be like, da, 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 da. I hear this drum line, or make something that makes me happy to release. Hopefully, I'm thinking according to my plan in my head, I'd love this summer to really focus on that and maybe release a single or a couple in the fall that I produced over the summer. I mean, just big dreaming right now. Like, I love to get a publishing deal or something like that in the future. I love songwriting, and even if it's not for like myself, like releasing it by me, like I just find that putting what we have in our hearts into music in like the realest way possible is like what will change the world, which sounds so cheesy, but like it's not, because music like brings people together so much. Write music that makes them happy and that makes them feel understood, and that makes them feel like, oh, somebody else understands me and can relate to me, and I'm not alone in this. And like, not just like in sad music where it's like I'm alone in this hurt, but also I'm alone in this joy. Like, I want to write songs that are there for people, like, oh, when they're having the best day or when they're having the worst. So yeah. Growing up in the arts, I think it gave me so much confidence, and it really helped me lean into who I was and find out that like I don't need to be like anyone else. When you're involved in the arts, it helps you gain a lot of confidence, and to like see how arts has affected like all of history. I mean, like I finished my AP Euro class last week, took the AP exam. It's cool to see how art and music has like changed over the years, and to see how it's developed for the sake of art. But there's art that actually has motivation behind it to change the world, and even not even just like music, but learning about like different painters and different composers that really had motivation to change society in their music and in their works, and they really influenced like the future of artists in their future. And I think that a lot of times we kind of focus on like just right now, like I want my music or my art to be like right now, I want everyone to hear it right now. But I feel like a lot of the point of art is so that we can have progress in the future too, for artists down the road to see, oh, they did it, so I can. Oh, this person tried this new thing, so I can try my new thing, you know? Yeah.
Make it a life that